Welcome to the Tone Jerks podcast. I'm your host, Brian Gower, and with me today we got
Kyle McIntyre.
Kyle McIntyre.
Not a big surprise.
Kyle, what's new in your world? What's shaking? What's grooving? What is good?
Well, I made a stupid purchase, but I mean, it's like I'm on the fence. I'm on both sides of the fence of how stupid this is, but how cool this fucking thing is.
Okay.
So like I was scrolling through, I don't know if it was like Instagram or Facebook. They got me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, whoever it was, they fucking got me. I saw an ad for like, build this, and this is what it,
Yeah.
It's like a box set. It's probably meant for children, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Not of too young age, right? But, I guess I'll show it to you. I built a rubber band gun out of wood.
Yeah, so it came from a kit.
Yeah, so it came from a kit. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
It does, check it for safe, right?
Yeah.
No, it's it's like a wheel gun, right?
Yeah.
The rubber bands go here. It's so dumb, but it's like, it's laminated wood. It's like plywood burnt with a laser. And I was like, that thing's sick. And what's even dumb, like more stupid, is like I bought like the pack that had like 3 of them in it. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
save on shipping,
Yeah.
What if I liked it so much that I, had to buy another?
Okay, yeah, you were sharing that you were building this yesterday.
The Patreon,
Yeah,
we did Patreon, yeah.
You finished it today.
I finished it, yeah.
I had thought it was like maybe you were out at store or like HEB or something. You're like, impulse buying that.
No, I impulse bought it on my own. I guess
your own accord there.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't out and about. I was just on my phone. I'm like, fuck that, I'm getting it.
Yeah.
So
it's like, that's it, and you're saying it's for. I'm like, yes, it's not, definitely not.
It's like for it says like for 4 years, 4 and up or something or whatever. It wasn't super complicated to put together. I did lose a piece
and that makes
temporarily.
It hard to put it together.
Yeah, I was like halfway through, and I had left pieces on top of my desk, and I left my door open, and one of the cats got in and was like, "What's this fucking piece of shit?" And like batted around, and I was like, when it came time to start the podcast, I was like, "Oh shit, where is this thing?" Like,
yeah,
that's a crucial piece. It was literally the wheel.
Yeah.
For the rubber band. I'm like, all right.
Carrie.
I had to think like a cat. I'm like, okay, if I knock this bastard off, playing around with it.
Phoebe ruined my plans.
Yeah. Where would it be? So it was in like I have some cables over my amp, and she had got it tangled in there and gave up on it. And it was underneath something too. So it's like, I just was digging. I'm like, all right, it's probably over here. It's probably in this. I'm like, boom. Bingo, found it, finished it. And it's pretty cool because it actually functions like a cowboy gun,
Yeah.
It's a single or double action, I guess what they call it.
Yeah.
But
and yeah, it does work. It
does work. Yeah, I shot rubber bands. It comes with little army men that you can shoot,
Okay, a little target practice, yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's so dumb.
It's 100% a children's toy. I like how you preface it. I don't know if it's really meant for kids or anything, but I'm like, it's 100% a kid's
What's
toy.
really stupid is I have 2 more now I got to build. And they get bigger from here. So I have like a shotgun, and then there's an AK-47, which I'm actually really stoked on. But yeah, this one took like probably like 45 minutes to build, just because it's like little part. Yeah, it probably took way too long. It's
Yeah. It's just funny that you bought it. I like it.
Yes, and it's so dumb. I just got a bored of I could put these on my wall, whatever. Maybe I'll stain them or whatever. Just for someone fucking got me. I've been gat.
Yeah, you're
gotten
targeted ads or whatever. You're like, yes.
Yeah, that's sick science, bro. Not even. It's not even like a science project. It's like, what will this asshole buy next?
Yeah. They got me.
The AK is gonna be pretty complicated because this was only 4 pieces of plywood. It's almost like a kit, like a model plane or something. With all these little pieces, they're all on wood panels, and it was about the size of a square like this.
Yeah.
4 panels of that. The AK, which I was showing Brian, is twice the size of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like 8 panels.
Yeah.
Or more, and it's going to be, and there's so many little small pieces.
Quite the undertaking for this one, but I'm up for a challenge.
I think before I start that, I'm going to get some wax, because it says you need wax on some of these pieces, because they're, it's a moving, it's a moving parts. But anyways, I'm trying not to collect toys and buy stupid shit, but, I said that a while ago, and I bought this a while ago, finally came in.
Yeah.
So, you can't trust the old me.
I like the idea.
That doesn't make any sense.
Of just getting into like building like. Yeah, you did it for like a little bit. I don't know if you ever finished it, like building model cars. Wasn't that?
Yeah, I still haven't finished that thing. It's right. I started it again. I was like, oh yeah, and then I'm like, man, the glue was like getting me in here. I'm like, I need a freaking like at least in the I was doing the garage. It was a bigger room. I could open up the doors. This is like. I probably should wait till summer's over.
Open up
and
a
I
window
can actually open some windows. Yeah, I was like,
yeah, because
just like Frank going into the house when they bug bombed it.
Yeah.
It's like, the garden hose gets pulled into the the World Series one on what is it? It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's I mean I like it, so It's Always Sunny, but it's when you do mention episodes, I'm like, wait, that was a Seinfeld bit. That was done on Seinfeld before.
Really?
Yeah, no, Kramer went into Elaine's apartment for hours. It was reading a script. He's like, oh, this is really good. He sat down, he was eating, and he's like, didn't you know it was tented off? He's like, I just thought I don't know. He just didn't even, and then he's lost his sense of smell and taste. Because he was breathing in pesticide for hours.
Damn.
And he just goes into her apartment. Anyways.
It's a good bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good bit.
Yeah. But no. I think when I was younger, I had some Gundam models that I would build, but I would piece them together, and then like I just never got to the point of finishing them to like paint them or gluing them together. I'm like, oh, that could actually and of course I got rid of them. But I'm like, I could probably get into building Gundam models.
Yeah.
I'm like, that'd be kind of cool. I'm like, wait, no, I don't need distractions like that. But what if?
Yeah, because now I need to hang these on the wall or do something.
Yeah.
Because I already have a spot for my Hot Wheels. I have like a shelf way above. Mm-hmm. Above the window, and I have other cars. Like I have like this little El Camino. I was like gonna paint them
to match yours.
It's probably too bright. Yeah, to match mine. But I'm like, that's a cool color. This is basically the color of my first Telecaster was. Mm-hmm. This like blue. Was it? I don't know what color they call it. It's not Pelham. Maybe it's Pelham.
Yeah. Let's see. What was the model car that you were working on? Was it an El Camino? And you were...
Yeah. It
was a 65?
Yeah, it was a 65.
And then you were painting it to make it like yours, right?
Yeah, that it actually turns out, it looks pretty sweet. I actually have it close by. But, yeah. I don't want to pull it out. It's probably going to drop pieces and parts everywhere.
Yeah, because my dad used to build the model cars. I don't know what he did with them, if he just got rid of them.
Probably just one day just like crushed them up. He's like, I'm a real man.
But yeah, and then I think when I started getting into it, he was like, oh, it's the paint that you need and all this other shit. And I'm like, okay. So
Dad made it not fun.
Yeah. And then he's like, oh, it takes a lot of work to do all that stuff. I'm like, okay. So can we buy paint? Can you buy me paint? No.
No, yeah, it's all up to you. Can I use some of your paint? No,
don't touch my paint. I'm like, you're like you're 8 or you're like 10 years old. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know where a hobby store is. I can't go anywhere. I'm like, cool. So I just am not gonna fucking paint these then.
Damn.
And then now as an adult, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, that could be kind of fun. Oh, see if I have the fine motor skills to do the intricate paint jobs on these Gundams that is necessary. Because on the box they show you pictures of what it looks like after someone's painted it, you know?
Yeah, of course.
And the ones I built,
like in a scene doing something cool.
Yeah. I remember that as a kid. I'm like, wait, mine doesn't look like that. And then I'm like, oh, you got to fucking paint it? God damn it.
Yeah.
But it's close enough, but you're like, oh, you need paint for it? Okay, fuck.
That's the same thing with me grabbing ice cream cones as a kid. Like, perfect. Convenient pouch, cardboard box, not even in the frozen aisle. This is perfect.
Yeah.
And then, like, there's no ice cream in this? I'm an idiot.
You grab the cones. Got it.
You grab the box. Yeah, it's like a box. The sleeve of, like, perfect. That's exactly what I want. And you open it, you're like, the fuck is this?
You mean I gotta make my own ice cream?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, this is bullshit.
Yeah. Or and then you don't have like a scooper, so you're taking a spoon and you're trying to fill it and you're just cracking them. You just that was once you realize, okay, I got the 2 ingredients. This I can't fail. Splat.
And it's fragile, and you just because and you're like, okay, if I try and what, if you have a sugar cone or something like that, it's like it's meant for a soft serve, and so you're trying to put like the hard ass ice cream on there. You just compress it. I'm like,
yeah. Your ice cream that's been sitting in the frozen in your freezer, your freezer that's way too cold, probably. Mm-hmm. It's like a rock.
Yeah,
It's not a.
You try and put it in the microwave, and then it just turns into soup, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, you put it in too long. 30 seconds, so you put it in for 30 minutes, and forgot about it.
Yeah.
It's on fire.
Mm-hmm.
No, anyways, yeah, hard lessons as a kid, this is what you got,
Yeah. Can't trust those pictures on the box.
Ugly duckling, turn into a swan, what I'm saying? Look at me. Look at me now.
Has nothing to do with anything. Talking about Gundams and then cars and toys, and then you like, and then ice cream. Like, that's very comparable to ice cream, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck are these guys doing?
I like it. Yeah.
Anyway, so rubber band pistol is pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
I need to do some organizing here, just to get, things, away, not falling over, getting stepped on, or broken, or so. You have toys. They're not toys. You have some collection, though.
Yeah, I have figures and stuff like that. I need to be, kind of on your page and put up another shelf so I can, bust out my latest figures that I bought, which are pretty good size compared to some of the little ones, cheaper ones. So yeah, like that, the 2B and then Mithra Pyra, they're pretty big. So
yeah, are you gonna put them on like revolving freaking lit stands or whatever?
No, but also
lit
like
displays.
So they're both still. I mean, all 3 of them are still in the box because I'm like, I just don't know where. I have no place.
Yeah.
And also, I got to think of a place also too. My cat likes to just get anywhere, just like she sees
the highest point.
Like, I'm going up there.
Billy goat. That's what they love.
Yeah, I need to think of because I barely see it in the camera, but above my closet, I have a shelf up there. It's all full of crap. So no, you're right. There are toys. I have like Legos and crap like that. Even just what I can see in front of me. I'm like, I think you have the X-wing. And the only thing I took out of that was R2-D2.
You took that out of the box?
Well, yeah, because So you have the X-wing without R2-D2.
God.
You're like, we can't fly this fucking thing with the R2.
Yeah, he's the brains of the operation.
Yeah, and then
R2, we can't see. Lock on target. Yeah, he's he's the main character. He is the plane.
Yeah,
he is the X-wing.
And then my nephews were over a couple weeks ago, and I could see the 2-year-old. He's like, "Ooh, those are toys. I'm gonna go grab them." I'm like, "Oh,
yeah, whoa, hey."
Just no, you're right. I'm looking at my desk here, and then I have like little ones here. So here's Yuna from Sword Art Online, but it's like smaller figure, and it was like $30, whatever.
Yeah,
but he looks at those, like, oh, that's a toy. I mean, no, it's not quite. Sir, sit down.
It doesn't bend like that. In fact, it doesn't bend at all.
No. Yeah.
So, yeah, I got to get more organized in that department.
Yeah.
In all departments, really. But
so you have your just stuff. You're like, I need to have a shelf for my toys.
Yeah. Not those kind of toys.
Yeah. I'm with you. It was like I display my figures, but also have it in a spot where Ella can't get to it, because if she can get to it, she'll get up there.
Yeah.
She's pretty okay about, being careful, but I'm like, I don't trust her with figures that cost, more than pedals.
A lot.
The pedals are meant to be stomped on. These things are not. They're not going to take a beating like that.
I mounted a cat tree on the wall a while ago.
Oh yeah.
And they love it. They'll like freaking climb up it. Like there are platforms, but they will avoid going up, like jump from platform to platform. They'll just go crawl up the center post.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, you're showing off. I couldn't do that. Like in gym class, they had the ropes in gym class. They had them permanently like tied up though.
Yeah.
But I'm like, when are we bringing those down? Like,
hopefully never.
I'm not making that.
I'm sure that's like super like dangerous. So they're like, oh yeah, we're not.
But they went all the way up to the freaking ceiling, which is like 40 feet or more in the gym. Remember that?
Yeah,
probably more.
Well, like, I remember seeing those too in freshman year. I'm like, are they ever going to make us climb those? Because I will.
Yeah, I've seen the movies where, you're a bitch if you can't do it. I'm like, well, I'm a bitch.
Yeah.
You make fun of the kid who can't climb the rope, like.
Yeah, and then also
understandable.
I don't know about you,
but up there.
Like your like heights too. Like I could be like, okay, no.
Yeah.
At my work, I think the tallest ladder that we have is a 12-foot ladder, and once in my career at my job, I had to use that ladder and get on like almost like the very top of it to change a light. And I'm like, good God, this is how I die.
Well, just leaning over that, like the escalator pit is kind of the daunting one, because you got lights right up to it.
Yeah, and then they used to hang fabric and stuff like that all the way onto the ceiling, and that draped over the escalator.
Oh yeah,
like, whoo. You look down, so you're on the second story looking down to the first, but you're also on a ladder. I'm like,
yeah, so it's like 3 stories basically of distance.
Mm-hmm. And
or more.
I'm just that's when I realized I'm like, I'm not good with heights, huh? That's okay. I learned this.
Getting all wobbly.
Like 8-foot ladder. Okay, that's usually my good go-to.
Yeah.
There's some people just like climbing all over them, or they're using 6 foot and they climb to the very top of it and stand on. I'm like, that's not safe at all.
That's OSHA violation.
I'm like, no, don't go up past the second. You need 2 steps or whatever. You need 3-point contact on a ladder.
Yeah. Damn. No, I get it. I mean, I'm not super scared with that stuff, but yeah, I've been. You get wobbly when you're at the top of something. You're like, this isn't fun anymore.
Or if you're not, yeah.
Yeah. I don't like this.
My like previous job, when I was like working in the office and just answering phones and on a computer all day, and I'm like, and then I go back to the warehouse and I start getting up on ladders again. I'm like, oh man, I don't have my ladder legs anymore.
Yeah,
it's just sitting on my ass all day.
Anyways, pretty good.
But yeah, so I have a I guess a fear of heights. I don't know. Sometimes you look down and you're like, this is fucking high, and it's only like 12 feet. I'm like, could you die if you fell from here?
You could. If you landed wrong.
And I would land just right in the wrong way.
Just like straight down.
Yeah. Anyways,
just land on a glass table, like in the movies.
And I flop.
Yeah. I didn't break. Oh, it's tempered. So I mentioned the cats, but we actually got something for them. We got a litter robot. Have you heard of that? Have you seen those?
Have you seen this, folks? Have you heard about this? Yeah, I've seen
hey, the little robot picked up the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty good. It's better than having to do it. It smells pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a cylinder, right? They go in, they shit, and then after they leave, it senses it and it like dumps it. It like rotates and dumps it into like a lower reservoir.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, because I was getting tired of fucking smelling it. I come home from work, whatever, and like, you know, the kitty litter box was close to the door, and we got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, you know, double the damage.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, what do you guys eat all day? And I feed, you know, I know what I'm feeding them. Oh, God.
You just have like a trough, a bucket like, of just food,
pig
slop.
Pig slop.
They just graze all day.
Yeah, pretty
much. They're not really supposed to, but for cats, so I'm like, yeah, just fucking make sure there's food in there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we need to cut back. I think Phoebe, I think, is like 14 pounds.
Yeah.
And Titan, he's like 9 pounds. So he's like 5 pounds less than her.
She's probably eating all his food.
Yeah, he'll eat his like the wet food, and then he'll walk away from it, and then she's like, oh, I guess if he's not gonna finish it, she'll start eating.
Say less. She goes,
yeah. Yeah, so there's that. Yeah, I think we have slowed down on that, but the robot is pretty sick. It was expensive though, but I didn't want to have to deal with the smell anymore, so
yeah, they're
still a little cautious of it because it's like, you know, it's a fucking machine. Cats are cautious of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of
noises in the house. Does your cat do that? Like noises? They'll like stare at like the open, you know, like in the living room. They're in there and they'll stare at like the doorway.
Yeah.
Like, hear something, a little click, a pop or something in the house.
They start just looking at everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Someone's coming through that doorway. Oh, it's all right. It's just the dryer, guys. Just chill out, you know.
Yeah, no, she's pretty.
They're cautious of that thing.
She's pretty chill. I mean, I don't know. There's sometimes where she just. It's always funny when she's about to go take a shit. You can tell her she's just running around the house like.
Yeah.
Just running through the room and just kind of going all over the place. She's going in circles, and then she's like, just loosening up a shit. And then she goes.
Oh, gotta go.
Beeline.
Gotta blast.
Gotta blast. Yeah.
Yeah. So. We got the latest version, like the Little Robot 3, which was...
Okay. Yeah, 3.0.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it was up there.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah.
But, you know, it's good for... They're using it.
Yeah.
They're so cautious, but I think we had to unplug it just so they can start using it at first. Mm-hmm. It's like, this is your new shitter, okay? You can't use the old one anymore. This is the one you have to use.
Yeah.
Super cautious. Super cautious at first. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was like a spaceship, like they were getting it and they just like shoot off. And it's like the Fly the Navigator, you know. That's probably what they were thinking that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure they had that reference in their heads.
Yeah. Anyways, I guess been helping Cameron, my brother, work on his Crown Vic, working on Windows.
Yeah,
which is I've been through it, where like the regulator, the motor, whatever, just dies or the cable comes off track or whatever, so you just buy a kit and replace it. But you know, oh, perfect, you take out a couple bolts, put in a couple. Wrong. It is. I think we talked about it before on here.
Yeah, back when yours fucked up.
You're like, bitch. Yeah, yeah. It's like it's like 6 rivets you have to drill out, or it's like an odd number actually. It's like you have to take the handle off, like the whole handle assembly, not just the handle that you touch, but what it connects to inside the door. You have to drill it out. It's riveted because of Ford bastards. Yeah. And then, it's that thing. Whoever, fuck y'all, whoever was involved in the design of the 2008 Ford Crown Victoria.
Yeah.
Henry Ford, all of his children, any designers, may you never have a cold beer in your life, motherfuckers. Is that
yeah.
Dude.
Fuck.
I love that meme. It's just like, he's just so pissed off. Anyways, so yeah, we drill out. We did one window. It took like 2 days because you get to a certain point where we're like sweating out in the frickin', you know, it's like 108. We're like, all right, the sun's almost down.
Yeah.
There's no light. You're like, God damn it. When does the fucking heat go away? Newsflash. It don't.
Sun's down, still 90 degrees out.
Yeah, still. No, it's more. Yeah. It starts getting really, I don't know why, really hot at like 5 here.
Okay.
Usually like in San Diego, it'd be like 1 or 2. Yeah. You know, it's like, noon is when it's, high in the sky, right? The sun's high. Mm-hmm. There's nowhere to hide from the sun kind of situation. You just get sunburned everywhere. And then it gets hotter, like to 2 o'clock, it's hot, and then starts cooling off. You're like, great. Here it's like, all right, it's 2 o'clock. When will that relief come? And then you're like, I think it went up 4 degrees. Fuck.
Yeah, it's hot, and also it's like humid as shit out there, huh?
Yeah, it's not too bad, but yeah, it's not Florida. Florida's, I hear the humidity is like you're swimming through the fucking air. Mm-hmm. Just swimming through a sauna. But anyways, we got one window done, and works great.
Yeah.
So.
Is that all you needed?
No, he's got one more. I don't know if we'll be able to do it because he's leaving soon. So
yeah,
he's gonna go up see my mom. So at least knows how to do it.
Yeah.
But it does need some special tools. Which if he goes to see my mom, he can do it there, and he can leave the tools there. I'll get him some point.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's my what's new. It's been a lot of working outside in the just sweating my ass off. I got a long way to go if I'm expecting that thing to go away.
Oh, your ass. Okay, got it.
My ass,
I'm like, all right, I knew where he was going with that. Got it.
Sweating my ass off.
Sweating my ass.
My ass. Anyway, what you got?
Let's see. I took so I'm still on vacation for another.
Rub it in.
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. Been doing kind of nothing, which is good.
Yeah.
I haven't had my truck. I took it in on the first day of my vacation because I knew it was going to be a bigger job to do. Timing belts, right? That's what it was? Timing chain?
Yeah, timing chain. Right?
Yeah. Needed to be replaced. And so the repair shop, last time when they fixed the problem with the check engine light, that's what he said, okay, fix the check engine light. And then says, but we did notice the timing needs to be replaced, and that's a bigger job, more expensive, more time. And so I'm like, okay. And I was like, well, let me do it when I'm not working. Because, it just sucks to, like, okay, I think I've mentioned it before. It's like, okay, now you have to figure out how to get to work. And if you borrow or get a ride, or if I've done it before where I Ubered to work, and I'm like, oh, cool, it's awesome to pay $15 to go work.
Yeah.
And so
it's the day off in a negative.
And then, getting rides and stuff like that, it sucks because it's like, putting other people out, Whereas I'm like, okay, if I'm on vacation, I don't have to go anywhere. And whatever,
Put you out. Yeah. Put you out.
Like, I'm close enough walking distance if I need to go to grocery store or liquor store, and that's pretty much it. That's all I would need, really. And then, drop the truck off, and then they're like, okay, well, we need to do this. It says, okay, we can do just the timing belt, and it'll be about $1,500, or this, and this needs to get fixed too. And it'll be $2,700. Like, okay. I was planning for $1,000. So I'm like, both of them are more expensive than that. And I'm like, he's like, well, and he was kind of like, how long are you planning on keeping this thing? Because it has, it's an older truck. It's like 20 years old. I'm like, do you want to put that much money into it? I'm like, well, even if I got something else, I think I mentioned it on maybe Patreon or whatever. Even if I got something else, I'd still want to keep the truck. Just to have a truck,
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, just do your worst. what you got to do. And then, so a lot of work that they did over there, and it runs great. It's running better than it has in years. So there's been like this kind of like, yeah, you've driven my truck, I've driven you in it, and you've heard that noise where it's like this, like,
yeah,
it's gone. So it could have been with the timing, and then there's been this, like, sometimes it'd be like this grinding noise kind of thing where it's like,
yeah, I remember that.
And then
was that part of it too?
That got fixed.
Damn.
Yeah, and then
it sounded like a loose metal panel.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And then it hasn't happened yet, but my dash would flash on and off. They couldn't fix that. They couldn't find out what the whole deal was. It's not work. It's fine now. That's gone.
All right.
Maybe that had to do with all of that issue. I don't know. And I even tried going over like some. It would happen sometimes if I went over speed bumps or whatever. Not that I'm launching like Dukes of Hazzard style, but it just like any certain movement, the whole dash.
Just a good old boy
would flash on. Anyways, but yeah, I'm stoked. Did, like I said, cost almost 3 times as much as I was planning on. But hey, it's in working order. Got it back, so I'm a happy boy here because got my truck new lease on life.
Yeah, it's like when they gave me the bill for my transmission. It's gonna be $19. I'm like, $19? Like, no, $1,900.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
That was your red truck, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, didn't you pay like $3,000 for it or something like that?
Yeah, $3,500.
And you're like, oh, cool. That's almost half of what I cost.
Yeah, it's fine. I've done that with the Vic too.
Yeah,
$2,000 on that, and then $3,000 in brakes. You're like, well, I mean, you do need brakes, right?
You need brakes to stop. So
yeah, can't stop me. You gotta do it.
Yeah, and then I mean, I'm speaking to you, but like everybody, always says. Anytime there's a problem with my truck, you gotta get rid of that thing, man. Just get a new car.
You gotta throw the thing in the trash.
Okay, new car, $25,000. Down payment probably at least $4,000.
Yeah,
but and then I'm like, okay.
I mean,
yeah. Anyway,
it's worth it to have older vehicles, I think, until they outlaw them, and take them from you at gunpoint.
Yeah, yeah.
Which sounds like what they're going to be doing in your state. So
taking my truck away.
Did you say that ran on gasoline?
That runs on gas. Get out of here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a big chunk of money and good what's new for me. But I'm glad I have my truck back. One thing that I did buy, I pulled the BGAL move on Reverb. I found a pedal for a good price used, and then I lowballed the guy. Instantly accepted my offer, and I have a pedal now. I think it was like $100 free shipping for a JHS Tidewater mini trim.
Yeah.
They're like $130 new or whatever. And then I was like, $100 and free shipping. I'm like, let's see,
let me see. Let me see.
On my board here.
Oh.
This guy. So it's a mini trim, amp style trim from JHS.
Of course you had to fucking get a JHS pedal.
Yeah, I mean,
you want to get a Keeley one while you're at it?
I do have a Keeley Mini Boost. Yeah, so it's amp style trim, kind of like they say like Vox Fender style kind of deal.
Yeah.
So it's nothing too intense, nothing crazy, nothing like really harmonic or anything or super choppy. Yeah, sounds great. Something I was looking to get for a while now, and then I just saw it for, like I said, $100, which was the best deal that I saw on there. I was like,
yeah,
80.
Get it.
They're gonna come back with like 95 or 90, and then they accept it right away, like within a minute. I'm like, fuck. Well, I guess I bought one. I guess I bought it.
Yeah,
I'm just sitting there like, it must have been early in the morning. I'm like just in bed on Reverb, because as one does.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
early in the morning.
Yeah, I'm like, look at that. Oh, I'm gonna offer this guy, and they're gonna fucking. And then I'll just forget about it because I'll let their offer expire, because I need that little, confidence boost or whatever. And then I see it's accepted. I'm like, fuck, I guess I bought the damn thing. Yeah, and I don't, it's great. It's a good sounding pedal. So I have actually completed now my mini pedal board. Kind of
nice.
Had some placeholders on there. So I guess starting with
sweet.
The Polytune 3, and then MXR Phase 95, and then I got the Snouse, the Black Box Mini, which is like a blues breaker kind of pedal. And I got the Sir Riot, awesome drive.
You're welcome.
I'll get my one.
Least I could do.
And then they said it couldn't be done.
It's the most I could do.
One of the best delay pedals, Carbon Copy Mini MXR. And I got the Tidewater.
They said it couldn't be done.
They said it couldn't be done.
It's like two people online.
2 people in our group said it couldn't be done. It was John, I think, at least said it couldn't be done. And then lo and behold,
freaking light them up.
And then,
they said it couldn't be done.
And they got the faux spring reverb from Wampler on this. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't know. I kind of had the idea of wanting to do a MIDI pedal board. Not that it's super unique or new or anything like that, but I didn't want it to be cheapo pedals.
It looks pretty clean.
Nothing wrong with those.
Looks really clean.
And then I actually have a proper power supply on the bottom here. So I have the one spot, the CS6. So it's actually, everything's all wired up properly. And I have the Ernie Ball flat cables, which are so clean. They're great. And what's cool about these is they make them in 3-inch cables. So, because if I had the 6-inch ones,
don't put me to shame, dude.
Oop, bonk. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it looks really clean. Did I need to do this? No, I did not at all. But do I like it? You bet your ass.
You could hang that up on the wall now. You could put like.
I think it'll. Yeah, maybe some of them I could straighten out a little bit better. But I think
whatever.
And I was jamming on it the other day. This might be something I mean, I should actually be able to just leave this out and plugged in all the time. And
was that 7 pedals? Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, I need to catch up.
Yeah, I think these 2 are wired or powered together, but every one of them has their own power supply or outlet. So
I think I only have 2 mini pedals.
Yeah.
I've
said it, and I'm like, I think maybe the craze or whatever is maybe dying out, as opposed to maybe 3-4 years ago. But I love mini pedals; they're great. And then it's part of the kitsch and fun factor of it, and also I just love the idea that they're I have some cheaper MIDI pedals. So now I do have the Golden Brownie, which I think is X5. That's a cheaper, I think $40 or whatever pedal. Great sounding, awesome. And then I have the Sonic Cake pedal. So I'm not opposed to buying cheaper companies. And I heard the Donner stuff is really great too. But I just wanted that board to be, I put all these stipulations on it, and I didn't need to. One thing that my rule that I'm doing against what I said is I have 2 of the same company's pedal on the board.
Yeah, 2 MXRs. That's fine.
Well, I could put the Ibanez analog mini delay, which is a great.
I would almost do all MXRs.
Which you could,
if I were you. Yeah, you get sugar in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
rips like sugar.
The Timmy, and then there's the Duke of Tone. So that was a cool project that I've been going on for years.
You didn't catch that joke when I did it every single time I didn't
know what it was until you played the song.
I brought it up. I was talking to some guy at South Austin. I was like, oh man, I really want the Duke of Tone, and then someone across the counter, Duke of Tone. I'm like, yo, bro,
joke.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
we're the same person.
You think that's your joke?
Yeah, I get all pissed. It's jump over the counter. I kill you.
I kill all of you.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was a fun board, and so I'm gonna leave that one always just set up. I'm like, don't touch it, because I actually could gig with that, could practice with it, whatever. And then
you have other Ibanez delays too. You could put on instead of that.
Yeah, that's what
you said that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I'm looking at mini pedals now. That it's the fuchsia one, so my eye just go towards it, and I go, Brian's got that.
I had that one on my gigging board as just the noisemaker, face melter at the end of the show.
Just hit it. It's
I hit that one, and then I would just go. I think I had everything max, but the time knob I would go, and then and just repeating. And then
I like our differences in what a delay pedal sounds like when it's self-oscillating.
Self-oscillating, yeah. And then I felt, not like Ibanez gives a shit or whatever, but yeah. But the fact that I have that's such a great sounding pedal and it's all I used it for.
I picture my brother's hair. I picture him in the other room, like, what the fuck kind of podcast does this guy do?
You're like, you start making noise. You sound like Donald Duck.
It sound like Daffy like Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
Yeah, we just let him kind of do what he does.
Playtime in there.
Yeah, he gets 2 hours every week to play with his friends.
And talk to his online friends.
His play friends online.
Yeah, and then those both those Ibanez pedals I own, the Tube Screamer, great.
Yeah.
And the mini delay, and then those you swapped out the LEDs for me. Just because I'm like, why not?
Because I'm a fucking bro. I get it.
Yeah. So
you're welcome.
Let's see what else. I filmed one of Train's comedy shows. I think I mentioned it last week. So I did do something this past week. It wasn't just at home.
I did do something.
I wasn't just playing the Switch, although I did. There's a lot of that. Let me tell you.
Grind, telling everyone.
Tell you that much.
I did something.
He had a
tell the judge.
Yeah, he had a show, and he asked me like, "Oh, can you film it?" And I've filmed videos for podcasts and stuff like that, and also like for the YouTube channel. I'm like, okay, I've never really filmed anything outside of like my own controlled environment.
Yeah,
like
out in the real world.
I can figure it out. I'm like,
oh my god!
And it kind of makes you think, because like, okay, you need like a run and gun kind of setup. I'm like, fuck, I've never packed my stuff up to go use like this before, so gonna figure it out. So I used 2 cameras, and then it actually turned out really well. Editing, when you're doing just like the shots back and forth, camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, that kind of thing. Final Cut's awesome for that, because you just essentially just push 1 or 2 on the keyboard, and because you want camera 1 or camera 2, like literally I could do 4 cameras and I just push the different button of which one I want.
Nice.
And it cuts for you. And then so editing it, I'm like, oh, it actually wasn't too bad. And then
does that work like a live production? Like you start, now I want you to flip over, like you're almost like you're doing it live, right?
Kinda,
Is that kind of how you do it?
It's like on your timeline there.
You're recording it live,
kind of almost, yeah. But I have essentially line up all my camera shots, and it will line up based on sound cues.
Nice,
which is cool. But it was Train, he dug it. He's like, okay. Now I'm like, okay. I sent him the full 30-minute set or whatever, and we're gonna cut it up and put it on his Instagram. He just gotta let me know what jokes he wants to put up on there. Send it to you.
Yeah.
I think it looked pretty good.
It looked great. And Train was funny too, obviously.
Yeah. So he at that show he buried him. He was
tried some new stuff.
I think he was the headliner. It was surprised he was supposed to feature for someone. Like there's a comic he knows, and back when he was in Hollywood, she was supposed to headline, but she's doing more and more shit. She's kind of picking up steam, and I think she's just like, oh, I'm not coming to San Diego on a Wednesday, so she dropped off. I think she got on a show with.
Good for them, I guess.
Good for her, but it also was kind of like Train was like, oh,
that sucks. Yeah,
I guess I'm surprise headliner now.
Yeah,
but
it happens. I guess you're like. It's like if you're right before like direct support for, let's say, Leonard Skinner, and they die. Someone dies in a plane crash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Show must go on without them.
Show must go on.
Yeah. So it's Jesus. Yeah, but he did really well. Whereas like he performed with like 3 or 4 other comics, and they're kind of a little bit newer, like greener kind of deal maybe.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I know them. He's like, oh, these are younger comics, and then it's interesting to see how he kind of like gets ready. He just sits there, like in the dark corner of the bar while he's just like preparing, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna talk to him? He's like, yeah, I said hi to him. It's like I need to get in the zone, so I'm like trying to talk to Train, and he's like. No, I'm like, oh, he likes to be quiet before he performs.
Yeah,
and he did really well. But going, and I've talked about here on even though I just bought a pedal that I really wasn't planning on, I'm kind of my gear for guitar is pretty. I'm kind of done. Like there's nothing I really need, and I've accepted the fact that I'm like I don't need.
Fucking done.
I don't need anything.
Done with this shit.
But there's always a want, and I think I'm at that point where. I'm not really wanting more guitar gear. So in my head, I'm like, I'm done. Don't want a guitar gear. I'm above it. Don't need more gear. Don't need more. I love. Got to use what you have, man. I'm a minimalist. Stuff, physical things, materialistic things can't make you happy. But instantly at this show, I was like, I could use some more camera gear. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So I had 2 cameras. I have identical cameras. It's the 6400 Sony. I love it. It's kind of more of a budget camera, but I think they're great. And the lenses I have 3 currently, and so I kind of picked 2. And one of my choices was poor. I brought my 11 millimeter, so this one that I have on the camera now. Yeah. Just because I'm like, it's my brand new lens. I've got it the past couple months. It's shiny new. I want to use it. And then I get out there. I'm like, I should have used my 16 because it was a little too wide. So, kind of the lower the millimeter, the wider the shot is. Like,
yeah.
And then the higher the number, like the further away, more zoomed in. Think about that.
Okay.
So I had the 50, which is a great all around lens, but none of my lenses are zooms. So meaning like, how people can have a lens and you can zoom in, like on your phone, you can zoom in on things.
Yeah.
My lenses can't do that. Like the way you get closer, the tighter shot is I move closer to the object.
You have to physically move. Okay.
When I'm in my, room studio here, that's a controlled environment, I can totally do that. I can move my lights, move me, tripod, whatever. And then I was like, oh, here, I'm like, I didn't know where I was going to be. So made me think, I'm like, what I have are prime lenses as opposed to zoom lenses. And I'm like, I got 3 prime lenses. I need a zoom lens. That way I'm more versatile and I can be like, an 18 to 50. And I'm like, oh, well, I got to get a good one so it's good in low light. So
yeah, that credit card is just begging to be used.
And then I'm like, oh, well, how much is that going to $550? Well, it'll be worth it because it'll be better for videos that I do for free for Austin.
Just do like Kevin McAllister and charge it to the room, dude. Yeah, charge it to the room.
I like that. I put it on the train account.
yeah.
And then I was thinking like, oh, I don't have like the backpack that I have. Johnny gave it to me many Christmases ago, and I use it all the time for pretty much gigging or whatever. Whatever. But it's like kind of small. It doesn't have any compartments, and you can get specific gear, camera backpacks and bags and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's what I need, just so I can compartmentalize everything, and I can keep my stuff organized. And like that, gotta get a camera bag. Oh, that'll be about $300. And then there was a shot. This is just me looking and just like justifying all this stuff. I haven't bought any of this stuff, but it's just funny how my mind can't be just like not buying stuff. It has to be moving towards gear and stuff like that. I think I was talking to Johnny about it. It's like, oh, I don't think he's bought gear, guitar, music gear in a while, but he's buying stuff for his truck, like accessories for his truck, and then he's buying stuff for his bikes, electric bikes, mountain bikes, stuff like that.
Mountain bike.
There's always something to buy, by the way. And I know you're toys. There's plenty of toys to buy.
There's plenty of wooden fucking toys that like children.
So you got to get some
play like from the 50s.
No, and then I know your hobby is guns, and so there's always other things that you can improve upon, or like, oh, if I got this little thing, it would be nice. This sight would be great. Oh, this would be whatever. It's always something.
Yeah, it is always something to upgrade or to get.
Yeah, it's this capitalist place we live in, man. Just consumerism.
I love it.
I love it. But yeah, so it's always something to buy, and I'm like, it was that day, and I was like, the next day, I was like, oh man, I was talking to RJ, and he's like, and he sent me a link to the same lens I was like looking at. I'm like, I literally had this up on my phone. I was looking at it, and he sent it to me, and I'm like, I was looking at the same fucking lens. He's like, that's what you need. So I sent him the video that I did. He's like, yeah, it looks pretty good. And he's like, I mean, things I mentioned, like a little bit shaky footage. I'm like, he's like, I need a gimbal. He's like, you do. A gimbal stabilizer for when you're doing those shots, handheld, smooth operator there. I'm like, well, yeah, I gotta get one of those, and I don't want to get a crappy one, so I better spend $500 on one. God, it just shows you how this shit can just add up. It's fun. Obviously, you're not going to just lose your ass on it and charge a card that can't afford it, but you might. I might. I don't know. It is fun. So less guitar gear is on my eye, in my eye here, of eventually getting and more camera gear. But that was fun. And it was kind of funny, like the host of the show, the guy who set it up, he's like, oh man, if you ever want to come back and do another one, let me know. And film it and record it. I'm like, no, I'm not going to do this for free. I'm going to do it for my friend Train for free.
Who's my friend?
Not for random people. It's like you just have your local comics. I don't know. Fuck no.
Yeah. What if you could get, they could pay you for it, whatever. I doubt it.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't. But anyway. Yeah. So, that's kind of my
what's free new. Exposure, dude. Come on.
For what? It's not like I have a video, or photo editing or business or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just get exposure for nothing.
Sounds about right.
Yep. But, okay. Yeah, so I guess a long one's new for both of us. I guess we were just, riffing.
Yeah.
So we do have maybe a quick topic.
Yeah, we've done something before similarly in the past.
Yeah, so this one, I think I may have done this one as a bonus episode with Ryan from 60 Cycle and Sean Pierce Johnson from Stomp Block Saturdays on YouTube guys over there. And I was like, okay, well, we haven't done it, with us. So, and this is one that we could do, maybe make a playlist too. I haven't said what it is yet, but guilty pleasure songs. So this is version 2.
Guilty Pleasures 2, I guess.
Yeah. So,
playlist number 2.
Yeah. So this is, we didn't even make a playlist on that one. It's just talking with those guys.
Talked about it.
But yeah, this one maybe we can make a playlist of our guilty pleasure songs. And the thing is, kind of with this, I think I said it on that earlier episode, but it was 3-4 years ago, something like that. I'm like, I don't really have guilty pleasure songs where I'm like, oh no, hopefully nobody knows. I'm like, I don't care how bad these songs are. I love them. I tell you, I love them. But it's stuff that I should be embarrassed by. Maybe some of them are it's still what it was back then. I mentioned because I totally remember this one. It was The Fray. You can go to that band, The Fray. How to save a life. Talking about, and then You Found Me, where he talks about meeting God and da 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 da. And then
where were you?
All these
Is it that one?
Super dramatic.
Everything was falling apart.
Yeah. And then there's even that's modern one, more or newer ones that I was I've listened to it on the radio. I'm like, this is slaps. So it's from 2015 or so. Love Don't Die. It's it just it gets really it's so in earnest. The singer and stuff like that. He's so passionate on the piano when he's doing it. This is just going to be an elevator song. It's going to be just a radio hit. And I'm like, I don't care. I like it. So that's a band that I'm like, okay, I should be embarrassed by because it's just, I don't know, fluff. I guess you could say it's pop, rock, inoffensive fluff. And it's great. That's probably my first one that I can actually think of. Maybe I would be embarrassed by, but I'm like, no. I don't have any shame in my game. What about you? You got one?
I guess the first one would be, it's super popular. It's everyone knows this song. It's Bruno Mars, Locked Out of Heaven.
Mm-hmm.
That song, I don't know why. It's a fun song. Even the music video, it's everyone's fucking jamming, having fun up on stage and shit. But it's the way it just, I don't know. The song breathes too, but it's bum bum. Oh yeah, it just it gets you instantly.
Yeah,
for me,
it's definitely a high energy pop song.
Yeah, when it first came out, I didn't really care, and then I think I saw the music video or whatever, maybe just influence of social media.
Yeah,
where it's all right, this song's fucking. You just hear it more often and put it in different context. You're like, this song fucking is sick.
Or you have distance from it or whatever, and then you come back and oh, this is great. I think there was even I didn't mention them In Sync was on the radio. I'm like, this is good. Because it's been years as a kid. I was like, fuck that. You can't that's boy bands. Oh, more Instinct.
Yeah.
And then you listen to it.
And then you like Good Charlotte, which is pretty much a boy band.
Yeah.
With just one of the guys is sponsored by, Ernie Ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, they have guitars. And then,
Lifetimes, lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Yeah, and then you distance yourself a little bit out of it, away from it.
Yeah,
you're like Backstreet Boys. You're like, this shit's good. This shit rocks. But even Bruno Mars, I hear like a lot of his singles, and I'm like, man, they're really good. He's a great singer.
Yeah, really good. I don't know if he's writing them, but damn, he's giving it hell.
Yeah, there's one.
So catchy.
So catchy. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the song. I put my hand on a blade for you. Oh yeah, jump in front of a train for you. Oh, and I'm like,
oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, and I listen to him like, God damn, he's good. It's just a pop radio hit that was on the radio the other day.
Rain for you. Yeah. It's so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Another one?
I think we were mentioning this one, but I mean, legit, there's some fun ones. Everybody loves the shit on this band. The Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
You gotta like not just All Star, which is that's not like you could listen to that song, you're like, it's all right, not too bad.
Yeah.
But it's not terrible. But it's just so fun to make fun of because it's like the whole band is goofy, especially the singer, and you're like walking on the sun. I can't get enough of you, baby.
Which is a cover, right? Isn't that?
I think so.
Isn't that a cover? But walking on the sun, the yeah, it is a pretty good song. Mm-hmm. That guy, I used to want. I have facial hair now, but that's when I was a kid. That was the model of facial hair I was going for. The
bowling shirt, Oakley's,
pinstripe, dragon or spyglass, whatever he's wearing. The big ass bugs, freaking
spies. White,
the spies.
Hawaiian shirt or bowling shirt.
Bowling shirt. That has someone else's name on it, not his. It's like obviously taken from a freaking thrift store or whatever.
Yeah, and then just way too much gel in your spikes.
Oh yeah, spiky hair. Could be frosted tips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, depends on the day, I guess.
Not a bad look.
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm going there. I want to do it still.
Yeah, so that was kind of maybe both of ours.
Yeah,
Smash Mouth.
Recently, I've been seeing on not Twitter but Instagram, like the Creed songs, like Higher. Like, can you take me higher?
Yeah.
Like that one. I don't know why. Recently, because I think my dad used to listen to that. I'm like, oh god, because I was a punk kid. This is not punk, Dad.
But we were,
like, I know.
Yeah, kind of looking at that. I think I sent you. It was like a while ago, maybe like a couple months ago. It's like, look at the album. I think that one that has maybe Take Me Higher or whatever.
Yeah.
So Weathered by Creed. Look at that album cover. It is just so shitty. It's like, you fucking kidding me? It looks terrible.
Yeah.
The artwork on there is fucking. It's like MS Paint.
Oh my god!
Shit.
They're supposed to be like bark on a tree, or what the hell are they?
And it was 2001. That's when they were like after, and then the one previously is pretty
someone's
bad too.
Carving. Yeah, someone's carving the image
of the three band
almost
members.
On like a Joshua tree or like a yucca. I don't even know. But then the one in the background, someone's chopping it down.
Yeah.
Like they can be the only tree in existence with their faces on it.
Their photos are terrible.
Yeah.
And just they're on there so bad. And even just the artwork on the Human Clay, which is the album before in 99.
Yeah.
That's also really bad. It's like just like bad like Photoshop.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, and it's funny because I mean, you say that it doesn't matter. I'm like, okay, they were a major label, huge band.
Yeah, that's the one I know. With the like giant or whatever falling into or whatever it is. I don't even know what the fuck's going on.
Well, he's made out of clay, so they're like, oh, well, we can make him shiny. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Because it's wet, so it's shiny, dude.
Yeah. So. I mean, Creed, we were listening to it the other day, and also it was like Nickelback too.
Yeah, what was it? I think Nickelback. I have one on my list from Nickelback. It's Actually, it's not even Nickelback. It's Chad Kroeger. It's the hero song for Spider-Man.
It's not even Nickelback. It's just Chad Kroeger.
Yeah, it's Chad Kroeger.
They say that a hero can save us.
Oh, yeah. And they say that a hero can save us. I don't want to stand here and wait, or whatever it is.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, this is so epic.
That's stupid fucking line, but this movie's tight, so I actually like this song.
you just picture Spider-Man swinging and saving Mary Jane.
yeah, while you close your eyes, listen to it with your headphones on.
You're
like, oh, fuck yeah. Just lay in your bed.
Just Toby Keith flying around.
I think didn't they have, I may be wrong, but that Foo Fighters song too, also called Hero. It's a...
I don't think that was in Spider-Man. But...
No? Maybe? No? Yeah. Are you sure?
Maybe. That should be in every
every single movie. One. Every superhero movie, I was going to say.
So, I guess, one of mine that I was telling you about, like, unironically, like, really like their songs is Papa Roach. So it wasn't just Infested. So not that first one, from like the Blood Brothers or whatever from like Tony Hawk. I'm like, yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah.
But even like the next one that followed up, so all one word, Love, Hate, Tragedy. Time and time again. That song, I'm like, oh my God. And even the one after that, Getting Away with Murder, I'm like, this band just keeps putting out hits, baby. But it's just like, people are just like, that band sucks. I should be embarrassed. So this is maybe more songs that like maybe you should be embarrassed by, but you're not.
Yeah, I guess it's like, you're like, fuck it. I'm sitting here. There is a Nickelback performance of this song on the actual Spider-Man soundtrack. I could be wrong. Sorry.
Oh, really? So maybe you got the band together to play.
Yeah, I didn't watch the music video. I just know the song, and because it's in. He's like slinging. He's like swinging through the streets. He's like, I'm back to my song, but he's like going on cranes and then like, stops by the flag, this wave American flag, because I think it was 9/11 just happened right when this movie came out.
Mm-hmm.
So of course they had to be all patriotic and everyone had to salute the flag.
Well, but yeah.
Anyways,
there's more. I mean, there's more songs like I said, and shit. More shit that
I have a couple stupid ones.
Okay, you got it.
I'll do one more. All right, so like I remember there's a music video that would always come on. It was a Shakira song. It's Objection is the name of the song, but it's like a rockin' song. Actually, it's not just like it's like a faster paced song.
Yeah.
I just say rockin', but like it's like a faster paced song, and it's not Hips Don't Lie. So, but that was one. It actually has a pretty cool like bridge, and then like it's a cool feeling song actually. I listened to it the other day. I'm like, yeah, it does kind of hold up still, but I wouldn't want to tell everyone like I like this song. Yeah. You should listen to this one.
What's my favorite?
Not really my influence.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, you got another one?
What was the Shakira song? No, what was the song? You didn't say the name of it.
I did. It's called Objection.
Yeah. Okay.
/ Tango. Yeah. You must not heard. It must have been like
Objection Tango.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyways,
you're just fucking off somewhere.
No, I'm far away. But... Probably just got lost in the transmission.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I mean, there's shit that a bunch of like K-pop and J-pop stuff. So K-pop, one of my favorite groups is Twice. They're really good.
Twice?
I was talking to Train. Yeah, is the name of the band. Talking to Train. He had mentioned something about K-pop. I'm like, yeah, some of that stuff's pretty good. And he was like blown away that I listened to some K-pop. He's like, what? Why'd you get into it? I'm like, well, I think
this is obvious
one day. And I'm like, that's kind of yeah. And then he's like, oh yeah, I mean, I listened. And I say, well, I listen to a lot of J-pop. He's like, what? What is that? I'm like, Japanese pop. He's like, they have. I'm like, he's like, he blew him away that like that's a thing. And then I listened to it. And I'm like, what? How does that blow your mind? I'm like, there's a bunch of anime figures everywhere in this room. I watch anime. I play JRPGs. Is it really like astound you that I listen to Japanese, pop music? He's like, wow, okay. that's crazy. I'm like, it's world music. It's he's like, he kind of blew away. He's like, wait, so you can't even understand what they're saying? I'm like, nope, not at all. But I love it. I'll listen to that a lot, and then so like I'll even tell some coworkers, they're like, oh, what kind of music you listen to? I'm like, everything pretty much if I like it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's good if it is good. That's my opinion. I mean, it doesn't have to be a certain style or whatever.
Yeah.
To me, if it sounds good, then it is good. That kind of thing. That's what better way to say it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just don't have an opinion. And the thing is too, what I like and stuff. It's like I'm not saying I have the best taste. I think I could even just have poor taste. Like when they say, "What type of movies do you like?" Probably one of my favorites is Tommy Boy. It's like, that's cinema to you? I'm like, well, it's good. But yeah. What do you got?
Well, you listen to that 50/50 band too, or whatever, or Cupid, or isn't that part of the?
No, I think J-pop? Twice is pretty much the only one. Are you looking at K-pop or J-pop?
I don't even know what it is.
But as far as like K-pop, it's Twice is pretty much the only one. So I'll put a song or two on the playlist. We'll get this curated and going. As far as like Japanese or J-pop or whatever, J-rock baby. It's usually like I start off listening to just openings and endings of anime, and I'm like, oh,
50/50. Like they're K-pop.
Okay, no, I haven't listened to them. Pretty much Twice is the only one that I know for K-pop.
There's a song that pops up on Instagram that's from them that I'm like, I kind of like this song. Actually, I did that one program on my phone where it isolates like the music from the lyrics. I'm like, this song's pretty catchy too. It's like it's called Cupid or something, but we can throw it on there too.
What's the name of the band?
That's a guilty pleasure since we're both at the same level here.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, I should be, should be more, I guess, I'm embarrassed by it, but I'm not at all.
Yeah.
I'll listen to that shit all goddamn day. Anyways, but that was kind of fun. I don't know. Well, it'd be more fun if we could play the songs on the episode, but that's an easy way to get copyright striked, and we've done that before.
Yeah.
I don't want the YouTube taken down, so. And then, so we'll link the playlist, and, you can just, go from there. Just our crappy mouth, noises for the for Smash Mouth.
25 years ago. I don't even know the lyrics.
And it was even like the lyrics I don't even know. What
the hell happened? It's pretty good.
You're just making shit up. But yeah. We'll get that playlist going. We'll link in the description. But let's get on out of here. Kyle, what do you say?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So I just want to say thank you for tuning into the Tone Jerks podcast. We have some social media that you can follow along with the show. Hit us up on there. Maybe some of your guilty pleasures over on. We have a Facebook group linked in the description. You can search the Tone Jerks and get there too. Instagram at the Tone Jerks, posting a little bit more regularly over there. Or you can also send us a DM, slide into the DMs over there. And then we're on YouTube, like you had mentioned. We've got the video podcast up there. All linked in the description. And if you really like the show, you can help support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. But if you double down for $2 a month, you get an extra episode every week. And we got all the bonus podcasts on the feed there. So it's not just you get one episode, it's like you get the whole back catalog. And currently there are more Patreon episodes than there are main. So we're at 297, I believe, for Patreon. And 292.
God damn.
For the main. Anyway, so we got more bonus actually episodes over there. So just for the support, we wanted to give you all a huge shout out, a sizable acknowledgement. Kyle, you got a list over there?
I got it right here.
You do? Oh, you got it here. Okay. I think you're too busy looking up K-pop bands.
No. I was just finishing my dating simulator over here. My dating sim.
Oh, you're dating
on newgrounds.com.
All right. Jeez. Kyle, why don't you give it to me, booby?
I have Andrew Walsh from Andrew's Alcove and the Second Button Podcast. I have Abe Newman, Michael Newman, Nicholas Payson, Nicholas Ogburn. I have Doug King, Doug Chris from 37 Effects, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and also the Just Surprise Me Podcast. I have Joe from the Like My Network, Masters of the Cinematic Universe, and also the Just Surprise Me Podcast as well. I have Will Lehue from Energy Weapon music group. He's doing synth. He's also from Just Surprise Me, sharing maps, and then Our Chainsaw Cabal is his other project he's working on. We got Tony DeGraw. I mean, I just know so much about these guys. Actually, I have like a whole bio.
Yeah. You guys are working on like a compilation album, right?
Yeah, we're working on something.
Later, I guess.
Yeah. We got Tony DeGraw from more on that later. Tony DeGraw from Texas State Boggle Champs. We got RJ Smith from Teletalks, Jamie Davis, Johnny Ray, Steve Rao from 60 Cycle Hum, Kevin E. Quits from Quits Guitars, Cole Schneider from the band Night Tides out of Tennessee. More specifically, Nashville area. Tennessee is so fucking long, by the way. Like, it's really freaking long. Anyways.
Yeah.
You know. Just so you guys know.
I guess. This would be, how long would it get, or how tall is it? It's not stupid. You know what
it's
I'm saying?
Very...
Is it lengthwise, widthwise?
Yeah, how tall it is.
You know what I'm talking about.
How tall is
It's just so stupid. It's not like a fucking
north to south width, or the length, yes, I guess you could say. I don't know, maybe like 150 miles or more, maybe a little bit more.
Oh, you can do that.
Maybe more than that.
No problem.
Oh yeah, dude, that's like a couple hours. Yeah. Shit, I think it's not very long. I think it might, let's say 200 miles at the most. Anyways, fucking, you're throwing me off. Alvaro Viramontes, Brian Nutter of Nutter Guitars, Mel Chipson of Chipson Guitars, Sean Arbo from Gun Street Wiring Shop, Sean Fahey from the band Shadowhounds out of San Antonio. Remember the Alamo, everyone. Sean Wright from Lollygagger Effects and How to Fucking Solder. I think it's actually How to Fucking Solder on. All right,
Yeah, I was talking with Sean. You got to keep an eye out on the Lollygagger pages. He's working on something new, something a little different there. So I won't spill the beans. He did tell me.
Yeah, keep your fucking dirty mouth closed.
Just saying, to build hype. Keep an eye on
our boys always putting out top-notch shit.
Yeah. All right, but yeah.
Juan Ortiz from Tone Hungry Effects, Mike Oxbig, Hugh G-Rection, and Denny Whacked It. Da, 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 da.
Anyways,
boys are back in town. Yeah, that's the best I can do. Zach Hale, Eric Barrow from YouTube and Instagram, Scott Hamilton from the Effects Loop podcast, Tyler Rhines from Tyler Casey Riffs on Instagram, Matthew Fenslaw, Matthew Davis, Chase Stevens, and Pete from Over There. And that's the list.
All right. That's it. I think I was running out of steam to the end there. It's funny how I can do nothing all day. I have no problem with doing nothing all day, by the way. I'm more tired.
Now that you're doing something, you're like, oh
God. Kill me.
Anyways,
all right.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time. Goodbye.